YouTube. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, please make sure you press that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, support the channel. Trying to get the message out there, trying to build my channel finally. Because at first I was making videos and it was just to, be kind of therapeutic and help some people. But I'm like, let's see where this thing could go. Here we go. I just talked about energy vampires, and this is kind of continuum. But in all my videos, I kind of want to, talk about solutions and come, with a resolve. And I was talking about how sometimes we all can, play the victim, or we all can be the bad person. We all can suck people dry. Sometimes we all could offend people. We all are guilty of that. And we are especially sometimes guilty of that when we are going through something. And that's what I want to talk about, being a temporary energy vampire. And I don't want to speak solely on that, but, so let's just get into it. This is another impromptu video. So I have no notes, which I usually don't, but this is usually, you could think about it and go from there, and I'm just going off the top of my head. So, I was just thinking, like how, sometimes, for me, I speak to people that I really can trust, but some days I really don't want to talk to anyone because I might come off the wrong way. I'm sad. I, got my own issues going on, like a lot of us. And it's hard to be positive sometimes. Like, people ask how you doing. You want to say, oh, blessed and highly favored and all of that good stuff. But a person like myself, you don't want to be a liar. You want to be like, oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. You want to be like, I'm good, I'm cool, and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And I think some people feel like, especially if you raised in a church and you in a church, you gotta, have on this face of this blessed and highly favored thing all the time. And, I don't feel like that's necessarily a sign of being strong or showing strength. I mean, to some people, maybe it is. I feel like we definitely got to learn how to not always come off as negative. So what do you do? What do you say? If you believe in the law of attraction, you're supposed to speak things as if they were. It's really hard to find that medium. And even so with myself, I'm learning how to find a medium. When people are looking for a relationship, you are always speaking about a husband or speaking about a wife or posting about a husband or posting about a wife. And usually it's mostly women. I of course seen, a handful of men do it on social media as well. But sometimes just seeing those images all the time could be draining for someone else. And some people might be like, well, it's draining for that person because maybe they're in a happy relationship. Maybe they're married. Maybe they're, they're attached to someone. They have someone to go home to. I don't know. That's not necessarily the case. And I feel like even myself, like I'm learning, like some days to, even if I write something out of anger, out of emotion, on social media, I quickly remove it. Like literally after 2 or 3 seconds, it feels good to write it down. And I think a lot of us should invest in diaries and journals. But being strong in the midst of a storm is not always easy. And I think it takes age, like wisdom and a wise counselor to guide you through it and let you know that what you're feeling, what you're experiencing is okay. And some of us isolate ourselves from people, and I think we need to learn how to go closer to people that can uplift us and won't drain us. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I have been like, I really don't want to complain about my problems, but I have been one part I'm good, and the other part I'm just like, God, what are you doing? When is this going to happen for me? When is that going to take place for me? And it makes me real sad. Like today was one of those really sad days. It was actually raining all day. It's been raining all week. Like I'm like, I thought I was supposed to do all that in April, But it's raining in May, you know, May showers, okay? That they're gonna have to change it to May showers because I noticed last year did the same thing. Um, it's just really hard, but I think it's important to learn. And for me, and I want to see this message for someone that's like me and going through the same thing. I used to be like, when I used to go through stuff, I used to like feel like I needed to like isolate myself from everybody, take it out on the person I love that was close to me. I thank God that at this age, I don't typically, now this is what I'll say. If you have a good partner, an understanding partner, and a supportive partner, it is much easier not to do those negative things. But if your partner is totally not supporting you, they're totally not getting it, then it is so easy to take out everything on them because you're frustrated with them. You're like, you're not seeing my issue. You're not trying to help me in any way. So it becomes a problem with the two of you. So it's really important to have, if you're dating, if you're married, obviously, or whatever in a relationship, it's important to have a supportive partner, but we can't lean on them too heavily with our issues. And that's another thing that I've learned. So, ladies and gentlemen that want to be in relationships, like something I've learned and I'm still learning, we can't heavily rely on our partners. And I've never been the kind of person where I really wanted to. Yes, I believe, a woman has a role in what she contributes to the relationship, and a man does. And I feel like a man was obviously built to be a provider. That doesn't mean like I drain him of his bank account, his assets. No, but that he provides, and I do, what woman does, provide love and nurture and help build him up mentally, physically, spiritually, and keep the house and, cook. And I would love a man that know how to cook too, but hey, we don't always get what we want, right? So, I just want to say, like, when you are in the midst of a storm, don't feel like you need to isolate yourself, because that's something I'm still learning not to do. And just be careful of who you surround yourself around, because they can either A, build you up, or B, break you. And if they say the wrong thing, you will lash out, especially if you're anything like me. Like, I'm typically not a lash out person, but when I am going through or I'm really stressed out, you say the right thing that pushed the wrong button, and you will have it. You will have it. So I think it's important, guys and women, that we learn who is for us. Like, I saw a video this morning that blessed me by Oprah. It's a short video. She was saying that, but she was talking about energy vampires too. Dang, y'all, wow. Look at God. That just all clicked for me. Like, that was the first video I saw this morning. She was talking about how people, about how they make you feel and how they treat you. And she had to learn that she did not have to force herself to be around people that made her feel bad, because basically they will keep you from doing what you are supposed to do, basically from your light shining, you being this bright star. And that is so true, because I allow people, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, I allow people and their facial expressions and what they do, what they don't do, to affect me, when really it should have no bearing. It just shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And that does not help when you're in the midst of a storm, because it causes more confusion. It causes confusion with a battle between yourself. Like, wait, am I tripping? Because I thought this person was this, but they turn out to be this. Y'all, sometimes we got to let things go. And especially if you're going through something, let it go. And if it comes back like a boomerang in a positive way and in an apologetic way, go ahead, let it ride out. But sometimes, We got to just show up. We got to go anyway when we don't feel like it. And if you are still getting negative energy and just bad feelings, I would say let it go. But basically, I feel like I had to learn how to be more positive in a storm. And that's what I'm encouraging all of y'all to do. And a storm could be while you waiting on your wife, while you're trying to attain a woman, a girlfriend, while you're trying to attain a boyfriend or a husband. We have to learn how to be positive and be still. And when I'm saying this to y'all, I am preaching to myself. That's the only reason why I could get on this video, get on YouTube, get on Spreaker and say this stuff, because I am ministering to myself. So I'm not saying this like as if I have it all together, because I'm not one of them kind of people. Some things I have arrived and some things I have not, y'all. So I just praise God. I thank the universe. I thank God. He made the universe. So I just thank God, y'all. I thank God. And I pray right now that God, He opened all doors right now for anyone that's going through something. I pray to God right now that God heal all broken hearts, all wounds, and God send you some help, that He send us some help, and God continues to be the help, I just really thank God right now for today. Today, like I said, emotionally, I don't feel well. I have a hole in my mouth, and I'm just like, how I'm going to pay for it. My hole to be filled is getting deeper and deeper and blacker. I can't see it, but my boyfriend could see it, and I could feel it when I'm eating, and it doesn't even taste right when I eat anymore. So I'm just going through that too. That's enough in itself. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm just like, I had a real bad migraine yesterday, and I think that was partially the reason. So, you're going through stuff, but I declare, y'all, it's going to be very soon a day where y'all don't have to ask anyone for anything, have to beg anyone for anything, whether it be validation, whether it be finances, anything, y'all. It's all over. The struggle is over. So I just want to decree and declare that today over your life. And if y'all have, I know I do have a couple of video suggestions. I have 2 right now, one on astrology and relationships. Y'all, I have to do in-depth research, because even though I know a lot, somewhat, not about horoscopes, but astrology, as far as the personality aspect goes, let me get back to y'all on that. Let me get back to y'all on that. And I could say a lot about Scorpio and, certain signs, but let me get back to y'all on that. I haven't forgotten you. And the other one about sex and sex demons and spirituality. I haven't forgotten about you, Brandy. So y'all like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family. Have a blessed day. Peace.